It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Packers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the 3rd team in 3 years for Wentz and the 4th starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They'll roll him out right.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through.
And that will push the lead up to 5.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Rolling to his left.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Allen Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. This is caught. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Wentz incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wentz gonna throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. So we've come to halftime here with a visit. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 18. And the Washington first down.
On first down, Wentz winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From midfield, here's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Tressway now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll field this at the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Alan Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they're
going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
The Commanders pick over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out
to the 20. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Rodgers throwing here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Rodgers now on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. On first down, Rodgers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. No one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Carson Wentz leading the Commander offense back to the field.
So far, this has to feel like a horrible dream for him. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 interceptions.
Now, this will test him mentally. And this is going to test his mettle and test his fortitude, because once you've thrown those 3, you start to feel sorry for yourself. But you can't do that. There's more football to be played. I was talking with Jason Garrett, the coach of the Cowboys, and he mentioned at one point Tony Romo threw 5 interceptions in a game, but it turned out to be one of the better games he played because he rallied down the stretch and took him to victory.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory on the other. I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Green Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.